Well, just explaining a tricep routine I did 6/25/2025. This routine I did 3 movements, and the movements I kept super well, I guess a tricep, I guess you could say. Started off with the overhead single arm tricep extension, just 8 pounds for 12 reps. Then I went to the hammer bar tricep extension, lying, 35 pounds for 12. And then I went to diamond push-ups for 12 reps. The diamond push-ups, my wrist doesn't want to bend back very well. So the first couple sets are always tough for me because it kind of builds. I should just stretch my wrists more, but not very consistent with that. I should probably do that. Probably make doing push-ups a lot easier, a lot more comfortable anyways. So yeah, the first couple sets of my push-ups are always they just feel bad because my wrist, it hurts to bend it back. So the second go round I did on the overhead, 13 pounds for 10 reps, hammer bar, 50 pound for 10 reps, and then the diamond push-ups, 10 reps. Third go round, overhead, 18 pounds for 8 reps, hammer bar, 60 pounds for 8 reps, and then the diamond push-ups, 8 reps. And then the fourth set, overhead, 23 pounds for 6 reps, hammer bar, 62 pounds for 5 reps. I missed the 6th rep, so I kind of bit off a little more than I could chew there. And I believe I kind of went up a little too fast on those. Now I did do these to my neck. I just feel like the range of motion in that manner just feels better, and it feels more like it's targeting my triceps. Whereas if I try to go to my head, I don't know, I don't feel it as much in my triceps. So it's just a personal preference to me to do it that way. I just feel like it works better. And once again, kind of did too much weight for me on, I believe the second set was okay. I probably should have went to 55 instead of 60, and then probably did 60 on my final set. I was able to get the 8 reps on the third set, but I believe it was pretty difficult, especially with the no rest in between. That kind of taxed me a little bit. The diamond push-ups they weren't too bad. The 6 reps there were not too bad. I was pretty fatigued though, like I say, with no rest periods, it does add to the fatigue factor quite a bit. So if you never tried supersets, I do recommend it. Of course, you're not going to be using as heavy weight as you normally do, but the work you get done in a shorter period of time is it's pretty rewarding. You can save a lot of time, and you can get a pretty good workout in without having to stack on a ton of weight. But that also depends on your strength level. If you're stronger, you might have to stack on a lot more weight. But for me, I don't have to. The supersetting takes away the weight quite a bit. So it's kind of an ego killer a little bit too, but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to just forget about the ego aspect of training. I know with me, injuries and sicknesses have kind of destroyed my ego, and I don't really care much about the weight that I lift anymore. It's more about just the quality of the workout. So in a way, that's a good thing, I suppose, but my triceps are pretty weak compared to what they used to be. So I'm trying to change that with some consistency, and hopefully, I just need to be consistent all around, my legs especially, but that's a whole other topic. So hopefully you found this session, this training routine helpful. Hopefully you can gather something from it. That's the reason why I post these videos, is to kind of give you ideas on different training methods and just experimenting with your training in general. Find something that works for you. What works for me may not work for you, so always try new things within reason. Don't injure yourself, of course. Always start slow. But on that note, if you got any questions, comments, or tips, leave them down below. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.